Hey guys, welcome to today's video where I am going to be sharing with you my New Year's resolutions. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay friends, it is just a few days away from not only the new year, but an entirely new decade. So I thought I would sit down, share with you some of the goals that I have in mind for this coming year. I am somebody who makes resolutions every year. While I don't always succeed at all of them, for me it's kind of more about the journey than the destination. And I think it's good to have goals. We should all have things that we are striving for, or ways that we should be improving ourselves throughout our lives. And I know it can be a little bit cliched. Oh yeah, your New Year's resolution. You're gonna give them up within a week. And you know, some people do, and those some people include me. But I still like to set goals, and I think that it helps me to just kind of not only take stock of where I am, but also to, again, just keep improving and to make sure that I maintain certain things in my life. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. I don't have too many, but I will be discussing them with you. So let's go ahead and get started. My first resolution is one that I make pretty much every year, not because I necessarily am slacking in this area, but because I wanna make sure that I never am. And that is just to maintain my personal relationships, mainly with my husband and my children. You know, my husband and I have been married a long time. We've been married 13 years. We've been together for 16. And I never want our marriage to feel stale or forced or just ho-hum, you know, so I definitely want to invest in time with him, quality time. And of course, with our children, we try to do as much family activity as we can on my husband's day off. I'm home with them, you know, pretty much 24/7. So that one isn't really a hard one. I mean, our kids kind of make sure that they are at the front and center of your life, you know what I mean? It's very easy for them to prioritize that, and it makes it easy for you. But just making sure that our family unit stays strong, stays whole, and then of course other family members. I'm extremely close with my oldest sister, Kat. Her children I'm extremely close with. There are a number of other people that I try to maintain my relationships with. So I just want to make sure that that's going on throughout the day. Now, resolution number 2, or goal number 2, however you want to look at it, kind of goes hand in hand with that. I would like to have one date night per, I'm not even going to say season, maybe trimester, like divide the year into thirds, so 3 units of 4 months each, just because it's just not in, this might not even be feasible, but I still want to have this as a goal, but it's to have a date night out with my husband. My husband and I have not been out, just the two of us, since my oldest son, he wasn't even 2. So it's been like 4.5 years. And I would like that to change, and I know that that's coming, you know, we're in a temporary season in our life, but I would definitely like to put that on the table. We might not get there, but I definitely, you know, I'm gonna aim for that, and I'm gonna try to hit that mark. So that's definitely up there. My third New Year's resolution is to improve my physical flexibility. Before I had children, you know, you have the luxury of time to yourself, and I was really, really great at, you know, making sure I did yoga and Pilates. I walked a lot. There was a track near our house that was really convenient that I would go to, and not only was I thinner, but I was just much more flexible, and my joints weren't as stiff. And then, you know, you have kids, and let me tell you, one of the things nobody tells you about having children is how it affects your joints. For those of you who don't know, who've never been pregnant, or maybe you're a man and you never will, pregnant women release this hormone called relaxin, and it softens the ligaments in your body, getting ready for you to make room for the baby, not only for the baby to grow inside of you, but to be able to give birth to the baby. And this can have lasting effects on your joints, and it certainly has on mine. I became almost immediately stiffer after I had my oldest son. Cold weather affected it. I was just not as flexible, and I would like that to change. I want that flexibility back, so that is definitely something that's on the table for me, and it's something that I really, really kind of took for granted that I want back. Now, one of the things that I'm doing to kind of help me strive for that is to try to get into a bit more of a regular yoga practice for me. I signed up for the 30-day home program by Yoga with Adrienne. Adrienne Mishler is a really huge yoga guru. She is huge on YouTube. She has her own website and she does conferences throughout the world. And that's one of the things that I am hoping will help me get to that point. I still do yoga maybe once, twice a week, not regularly though. So I'm hoping that having the goal of completing those 30 days, I know it's basically 30 sessions. I know myself personally, I'm not gonna get it done in 30 days. It's gonna take me a little bit longer with that, just based on our schedule. But I definitely wanna complete it and hopefully just kind of keep that momentum going to where I can have the flexibility that I used to have. Because I miss it, and I don't believe that it's like I'm never gonna get that again. I won't know until I actually put in some blood, sweat, and tears striving to get that back, and I believe that I can. So that's one of the ways that I'm going to kind of take those first few baby steps into reaching my flexibility goal. My next resolution is to drink more water. This is a weakness for me. Not so much in the summertime. When it's hot, I drink a ton of water. When it's cold, I have to force myself to drink it. And I know that that's not good for me. It's not good for my health. It's not good for my appearance. It's not good for my mood. So definitely one of the things that I want to work on, especially during this winter season, is drinking more water. Staying hydrated, basically. Another New Year's resolution that I've made for myself is to invest daily in some sort of self-care, no matter how small. While I do prioritize self-care, I certainly don't do it daily. And it's something that I want to actually do because it fills my cup, so to speak, and it's really, really important. And, just wanting to maintain me during what is a really busy season in my life. So whether it be, getting up a little bit early to meditate or pray or drink a cup of coffee by myself, the list goes on, and there's a ton of ideas out there when it comes to self-care, but just do something daily that's just for me to take care of myself. So that's definitely something that's kind of on the docket for me this year. My next goal is to read more regularly. I am somebody who loves reading. I love books. I have filmed with my books behind me before. I have talked about books on my channel. I have been an almost lifelong reader. I've been reading basically for 35 years now. 33 years. Yeah, I didn't start reading at 3. I started reading at 5. But books are something that I'm passionate about. Reading is a passion for me. It's something that's important to me. And ever since having children, that has definitely slowed down for me. You're not really able to kind of immerse yourself in a book in the way that you would like. And while I don't necessarily think that's going to change, I'm going to try to prioritize doing something that I love and that I enjoy a little more often. If I can read maybe once or twice a week, that would be a huge win. But honestly, it may well end up being, a bi-monthly thing for me right now. But it's definitely something that I am looking forward to, that I really, really miss. I mean, don't get me wrong. Since having children, I've certainly been reading and I've completed books, but not at the pace that I used to. Before I had children, I was a voracious reader. I would read maybe 3 a week, and obviously with kids, you just can't maintain that. And there are some books that I've completed books. Anytime something from the Dresden Files has come out, or the Odd Thomas series, I have stood up till 3 in the morning to finish it. Sleep be damned, you know what I mean? And it can get tiring, but it's so worth it. But I definitely want to prioritize reading more regularly because I miss it. My next goal is to spend each of the 4 seasons of the year working on one room in my house. Fixing it up, decorating it, buying whatever needs to be purchased, but kind of giving myself enough space time-wise, where it's not gonna I'm not gonna sit there and blow $1,000 in 1 week trying to redecorate a room. But I definitely have prioritized 4 rooms in my house that I want to work on, that I just kind of want to get up to code, so to speak, get it to where I like it, and not compromise on sort of the vision that I have for that space, because I do tend to do that, and I do tend to neglect my living space, which I don't like doing. I just tend to prioritize other things, which is fine, but I definitely want to prioritize these spaces. The spaces that I have chosen are my living room, the playroom, my master bedroom, and then my master bath. So hopefully you will see me filming here and there in each of those spaces, just kind of getting things up to snuff and making it look attractive, and for those spaces to represent me, well, 3 of them to represent me, and the 4th represent my children, just in a more stylish way. So that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to, and something that I do plan on prioritizing this year. The next thing I want to try doing this year, and it actually won't come until the end of the year, but it's something that I've definitely thought about doing, is something called the December Daily Project. If you are at all familiar with memory keeping, you may have heard of Allie Edwards. I will have her site linked down below. And she has a project every December where you kind of document each of your days that month. It's a busy month for pretty much everyone, but it's especially busy for me. My birthday, my sister's birthday, my son's birthday, my niece's birthday, all of those days on top of Christmas and New Year's Eve, all of those days are in December. And we do a lot of stuff. There's lots of family activities. There is some downtime, don't get me wrong, but there are certain traditions and rituals that I definitely partake in and are important to me, that I would like to kind of have some sort of record of. If you saw my gift wrapping video, you know that I kind of turn it into this kind of self-care ritual for me, and it's something that I do every year, and I would like to try documenting it. I don't know if it's something that I will do more than once, but it is definitely something that is a goal of mine. So I thought I'd try my hand at something a little bit more in depth, but I'll let you know in December. And finally, my last goal for 2020 is to definitely be a little bit more regimented and organized when it comes to filming and editing. It's just not something that I've been very good at prioritizing or navigating, and I would like that to change. I would like a little bit more wiggle room. When it comes to filming, editing, posting, my husband is somebody who loves being busy when he has a day off. He does not like to spend it at home, so we're usually out and about doing something. And so I don't always have as much flexibility in my schedule as I would like. So I think myself being much more organized and regimented in that regard will help me. And I would like to not have something that I enjoy and have fun with become kind of a burden. So that's definitely on my docket. Well guys, that is pretty much it for my New Year's resolutions. I hope you guys found it interesting in some way. Please feel free to comment down below some of your resolutions, goals, what have you. I'd be really interested to hear from you. And then really quickly before I sign off, I am going to have a fellow YouTuber's channel linked down below. I am a subscriber of hers, and her name is Brittany Bourne Leach, and her family is going through an incredibly difficult time. Her youngest is in the hospital, and things really don't look good, and it's certainly not the outcome that they hoped for. So I would like to ask if you can not only send a little bit of a prayer her way and offer moral support in that way, but also maybe just take 10 minutes out of your busy schedules, watch one of her videos, and let the ads run through so that she gets the ad revenues from that watch time. She's a pretty small channel, but she does get ad revenue, just to help financially, because I'm sure, you know, medical bills are probably coming her way. I'm sure her husband had to take time off work. That's lost income. You know, gas to get to the hospital, feeding themselves while they're there. And it's just one of those things that no parent should have to go through what they're going through. but if you can do a little something to help ease this difficult time for them, I think that would be really lovely. So again, please, Brittany Boren Leach, subscribe, watch, let those ads run. I think that would be really nice. Anyhow, again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a safe and happy new year. I hope 2020 finds you well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now, guys.